All right, guys, it is the most wonderful time of the year, but it ain't Christmas just yet, so you don't get your boys singing with you. It's the NFL season, and we got football. I'm loving every single week of it. And once again, I've partnered up with the DraftKings Sportsbook to give all new customers a great offer. Bet $5 or more on any game this weekend, and we'll give you $200 in bonus bets instantly. Everybody's an expert at everything. Now you have an opportunity to show it at the DraftKings Sportsbook. And guys, we ain't stopping there. Every week in October, you can take advantage of one of our great offers. So go right now to the DraftKings Sportsbook. Bet $5 or more on any game this weekend, and we'll give you $200 in bonus bets instantly. All you got to do, use my promo code DCTV. Bet $5 or more and get $200 in bonus bets instantly at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Guys, it's easy. DCTV. Bet 5 or more and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Hey, the DraftKings Sportsbook is where it's at. Because you know what? We got a crown. Crown's yours. Let's go. Daniel Cormier! Another episode of Funky and the Champ. I'm fat. Jamal's like skinny fat. Right? You're skinny fat.
Take it back.
Today I chose violence.
I'm suing. Sue them. I had the mute on for the fight. Sorry, Daniel. I did mute you.
You guys are going to be lifetime enemies because of the shit you say the moment you get a microphone in your face. Bro, you're crazy. What up, guys? We're back. It's me, DC, your boy Funky Ben Askren. Ben, what's up, dog? Ben, you know what I love the most about doing this with you? It's like,
what's that?
Your hair always looks like super wet. So I don't know what you're doing.
Well, you give me no notice. You give me zero notice. I got my chainsaw revved up. I'm getting outside to work. You're like, hey, let's do a show. I'm like, at least give me like 45 minutes of chainsawing. So then I do my work.
That's pretend. You're not in the yard with your chainsaw.
I love it.
You're not.
I love it. I am. I sent you pictures.
But no, you didn't send me pictures. But
That's
also
the fire. Where do you think the wood came from?
Oh, hey, what is disc golf? Like, I see it, I just don't understand it. Because when I
did that one time
in the backyard,
I saw you on TV.
No, that was something else that we did. It was
it was Can Jam, but you used disc. So it was not good.
I was really good at Can Jam, I thought. But what's disc golf? Like, what happens if you don't make it into the thing? You just go and hit it like a second shot?
Yeah, it's just like golf. It's however many times it takes you to get from the tee box to the basket.
And you have a golf course in your backyard?
I have 23 holes, yeah.
You're very weird. You've always been an odd guy. You've always been
what I want.
Dude, you've always been an odd guy, right? That's just kind of what makes people drawn to you. But speaking of odd guys,
okay,
right? There's an MMA fighter who is superb at what he does, but he can be considered an odd guy.
Okay.
He once fought Israel Adesanya for the belt and said that the reason he lost is because he drank wine, too much wine, the day before the fight. We made fun of him about that. He posted a picture of him and Tracy Cortez, knowing that Tracy Cortez and Brian Ortega had a breakup. Bit odd. He now calls something secret juice that he walks around.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Especially when he's a guy that looks like he's on the juice. He carries his secret juice. But now he is saying that only a couple weeks away from his fight against Khamzat Chimaev, that he had surgery a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
We are speaking about the one and only Paulo Costa. Ben, what do you
introed it? I thought you were talking about Sean Strickland first.
Oh, no. Dude, no.
Okay. All right.
If we talk about Sean Strickland, you got to talk about the champ, because he's the champ now, right? Love him or hate him, dude's the champ. But Paulo Costa, on the other hand, said he had surgery, and he posted a picture of his arm. If I'm being honest, to me, that looked like he had staph.
That's what I was thinking. I thought the same thing, but no. But then I found another picture because I was like, well, I need to like read up. But so one of the things, Daniel, they never say exactly what he had surgery on. So maybe he had surgery because he had a really bad staph infection. That's a potential, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But to me, that's what it looked like. To me, that picture of his elbow, It just looked like he had a staph infection.
Well, so was that I couldn't figure out, was that picture after the fact or before the fact?
So that picture is on every article that you look up. It says Paulo Costa says he had surgery 3 weeks ago, and it shows the elbow as if it was the elbow that was worked on, and he's showing where the scar was. But you and I have been around wrestling our whole life.
Yeah, it looks like
that looks like a staph infection.
Yeah. So I found one picture and it looked like he has, so in the picture we're talking about, and I'm sure we'll show it, it looks very, very swollen, infected. It's really red. There was another picture that was kind of like clean. It had it had a bunch of stitches, kind of like in a weird, like circular pattern. So then it's like, okay, did he have surgery on something else, something minor? And then maybe that got infected potentially.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
But then with Paulo Costa, right, you kind of got to take it.
Yes.
Like, it's weird, right? Because you don't want to question whether or not this guy had surgery. But you also want to remember who you're kind of talking about, because this guy will play the game with you. He'll play the game with you and your mind by saying all these things to just kind of throw you off the scent. But to me, like I said, look like staph. And if I'm being completely honest, if you had a routine surgery, that's less worrisome than if you had a staph infection that gets to the point that it looks like his elbow looked like that.
All right, Daniel, I'm gonna text you. I found the article where I have the multiple pictures. So on the bottom, it's like, it looks like he just had surgery and there's a whole bunch of stitches and it's like a half circular formation-ish looking thing. And on the first picture, that looks like, so you can kind of see his scar going away, but it looks very, very infected. So maybe he had surgery and then it got infected later.
You said the last picture? I'm going through the picture reel.
No, scroll down.
Okay, yes. So I see the one now. Yep, I see the one now where it looks like a little bit of an arch, like he got bitten by a dog, kind of. It looks like,
maybe
that's what a dog bite would look like. But I'm not saying bitten by a dog, but that it's in that pattern. But Ben, let me tell you something, man. I'm looking at these photos. And even in the photo where you see the Paulo sitting here, but even where you see Paulo sitting here, Ben, that's an infection. I mean, that is Ben. I'm no doctor, but Ben, I'm looking at it now, and I'm looking at it more closely, and you could you could still see where the scar was. Right? You can still look at that first picture. You can still see where the scar was, but it's all the redness over the top of it.
Not good.
That's concerning. Ben, he has a staph infection.
If that's from today, we're only 5 days out. He needs to get some medicine real quick.
No. We fight. I leave to Abu Dhabi next Monday.
Oh, so it's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks away. It's not this weekend.
Yes, I leave to Abu Dhabi next Monday, so the fight's a couple weeks away.
But
even if you don't want to be on heavy antibiotics going into a fight like that, especially against a guy like Khamzat Chimaev, who's going to be all over you, making you fight from the very first moment the referee says go.
Well, he might not have a choice because that was really infected, so he might need to go get some antibiotics real quick.
Well, if he wants to make the fight, he's going to need antibiotics. All right, guys, we are telling you as two guys that rolled around on wrestling mats our whole life, that's a staph infection.
I've only had staph one time. I'm pretty clean here, Daniel.
You've never had staph?
You know what you gave me? I'm gonna tell the whole world right
now.
I've
never had staph. I've seen staph, but I've seen the bad herpes.
You know what? You gave me herpes, you son of a bitch. Yes, you did. Yes, in the 2008 camp in Arizona, I had never had it. I got through my whole college career without getting it, and you gave it to me. You are a lowlife.
How did I give it to you?
Because you did practice, and it was right there on your forehead.
It was on my forehead. What was I supposed to do? We're getting ready for the Olympic Games. Am I supposed to not practice?
Like 2 days off. Take 2 days off. So, guys, for all you herpes, not a big deal. You just take some blue pills, it goes away. Not a huge deal. I get it right here.
You actually kind of you make me look horrible saying I have herpes.
You're a terrible person.
You got to call it mad herpes, bro. Everybody's thinking, hey, you know what's crazy about that? I gave it to, when we were in fighting, I gave it to Cain Velasquez, and his wife just hated me because she thought I gave him herpes. Bro, it's the craziest thing in the world. Look at that herpes. Everybody has the fact that you went through.
I got through the whole career.
Gotten is crazy.
Yeah.
How often are you guys washing mats at Missouri? To never.
I don't know. Keeping it clean. Keeping it clean.
That's ridiculous. Anyway. Paulo Costa has something that looks a lot worse than mad herpes to me.
Yes.
So that's concerning. But at his best, though, Ben, if Paulo Costa's healthy, and you know how Khamzat Chimaev starts really fast?
Yes.
He can buzz right through you.
Yes.
If Paulo Costa's healthy and he fights in the way that he fought Yoel Romero back in Anaheim, he can fight for 15 minutes at a pace that not many people can really keep up to.
Correct.
And that is why we all thought he was going to be such a problem for Israel Adesanya. So I hope that he's healthy by the time those guys step into the octagon in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. Man, after watching what Strickland did at Adesanya, I really think Costa's a really good fighter, and he wasn't able to land anything. And then you watch what Strickland did, and like Strickland landed a whole bunch. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes me maybe less thoughtful of Paulo Costa's skills, and maybe more likely that Chimaev's going to win kind of easy.
You think Chimaev's going to get through him, huh?
I don't know. I think they're both really good, but like, you know, when I compare the performances, maybe he did drink wine. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny him drinking wine, but all I'm saying is Costa did not look good at all against Adesanya. And then when you compare that to like Strickland's performance against Adesanya, it's just like night and day difference.
Hey, what do you make of Bo Nickel just talking so much trash about Khamzat Chimaev? Like, he talks a lot about him. He just kind of says, like, I'm going to show him there's levels to this, because Khamzat makes his money wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And Bo obviously is a much better wrestler on paper, but like, he just constantly goes at Chimaev. It's weird. I know we didn't think we were talking about that. I would not like to see Bo fight him yet. I just believe that Bo may be getting a little excited because of the level of success he's having, but he ain't in there with guys like Chimaev. And reality is, he hasn't fought the level of fighter Chimaev fought in his early fights quite yet, because the last guy he fought wasn't very good. I like the kid. He's a nice guy, but he wasn't very good. I think Bo needs to maybe slow down a little bit. They'll fight at some point, but it's a little early for that.
I think, what I like about that is Bo is talking trash to a lot of people. So he's setting these fights up for down the road, right? It might take him a year, 18 months, 2 years. But if things go right, if things go the way he wants them to go, he's going to be fighting one of those people.
I hope that is down the line. I just don't want it to be right now. Hey, I
don't think they're going to rush him.
Was it easy? Was it easy taking guys down when you were fighting? Was it like easier than you expected?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
not the good guys, though. Not the good guys.
Even Damian, I took Damian Maia down 4 or 5 times. And then obviously the one time I got caught on the wrong side of the exchange, and I just kind of underestimated his back skills. I've been practicing that tactic so well, but I had crushed that in practice and just didn't execute in the fight, unfortunately. No, I think Bo's on that level, and like Chimaev's on that level. Makhachev does it really well. Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, Ben. So Dillon Danis and Logan Paul are scheduled to fight. What's up, guys? I'm Daniel Cormier. You are in my kitchen, so you know I spend a lot of time here. But the fall season is right around the corner. So I know that you guys are looking for convenient, wholesome meals to help on those busy, busy days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you with that. They will help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals that are ready in only 2 minutes. And they come straight to your doorstep. Guys, you'll save time, you'll eat well, and you'll stay in line with that healthy lifestyle that you guys are trying to live. Especially as we head into the fall, it starts to get a little chilly. You want to eat some soup. You want to feel good, right? Factor can help you. Don't miss a beat. You can choose from more than 35 plus chef-prepared meals that are ready in only 2 minutes. So you get to eat and you ain't got to wait for it. So you kind of live in that DC lifestyle. You know what I'm talking about? So all you got to do, head to factormeals.com/DCTV50 to save 50% off of your order. Again, factormeals.com/DCTV50 to save 50% off. Let's get to the video, guys. Let's rock and roll. I am of the belief that Dillon Danis does not show up to this fight. I don't think he shows up, bro. I've seen him scheduled for multiple fights over the course of a few last years, and he has not fought since he had that fight in Bellator. But it's not even just that Dillon Danis talks a lot. This one with Logan Paul is gotten really personal.
Yeah.
What's weird to me is it's personal, but they're fighting a type of fight that I don't think Dillon Danis is going to be that good at. Because when you watch him in Bellator,
he pulls guard.
He pulls guard. He's not a great boxer. So why is he talking trash to this guy and he's going to be in a boxing fight with him? I don't understand what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't understand either. I don't really understand a lot of things Dillon Danis does, but he did win the trash talk because he got inside Logan Paul's head so bad that Logan Paul is
suing him.
They're suing him. That's insane. I don't like it at all. And I guess I take extra offense. I fought Logan's brother, and he tried talking about my wife, and it wasn't a big deal. You know what? Because I got a great wife and I love her, and we have no issues. But if your wife has a checkered past, we'll say, and Dillon Danis has provided us plenty of receipts of this, then maybe you're a little more self-conscious of your significant other. And I think that's what we're seeing happening, to the point where they're so self-conscious about it, they have to sue someone to make them be quiet because they don't like their past deeds.
That's good.
Well, so Daniel, when you guys all made fun of me for that post, that loving post I made about my wife, because I didn't mention her looks. I mentioned that she's a great lady. I love it.
So bad.
I mentioned. Hold on. I'm going to get to this. Listen, and they think this thing, Logan Paul's fiance, or
for the record, your wife is beautiful. For the record, your Amy is a beautiful person.
I agree.
And a beautiful lady. I'm just, guys, I'm telling you, Ben has a beautiful wife. I just don't know if over the course of his life, he's dated women that are Instagram models or something.
You didn't know me before my wife. Get lost.
Dude,
you
listen,
didn't know me.
I don't know if Ben has just dated the Penelope Cruzes and the most beautiful woman in the world for him to act as
okay. But hold on.
She's a beautiful soul and woman, and I do know Ben knows that his wife is a beautiful lady. I'm just giving him shit.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if maybe
you think I'm
crazy right now.
You're actually about to do it again. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm going to do it again right now. If your wife has a checkered past, it doesn't matter how hot she is. You're going to end up suing somebody or fighting them because you're insecure about the past. If it wasn't a big deal, you wouldn't make a big deal about it. You're suing someone. That was my whole point. Find a woman in your life that you can be proud to be married to. That's that simple. You're welcome for all the life advice.
No,
I'm not
going to fight Logan Paul now. You're going to fight Logan Paul next, Doug. You don't stop.
Listen, I'm speaking truth. If he gets mad about this,
you're getting sued, bro. You're like,
what? All I said was Dillon Danis posted some pictures. You can't sue me. So
you think Dillon Danis is actually correct in this?
I mean, I'm not saying I posted pictures. It's a pretty evil thing to do, but
it's evil. But
like all I'm saying is you couldn't find those pictures of my wife. You know why, Daniel?
Because
they don't exist.
That's what you told me. You told me that. You said, honestly, Daniel, it's not like you had to look very far to find those pictures that Dillon Danis found.
Yes.
Right? So it's not like Dillon had a private investigator go and find these things. I don't know Logan Paul's girlfriend or wife. I don't know who it is. I have no idea who he's dating. But obviously, Dillon did touch on a subject that isn't very fun for Logan. I don't know. I guess the only issue I have with it is in fight build, it can get ugly. And we have seen it for as long as we've seen fights. I just think this might be the first time I've ever seen anyone get sued over something like this. I don't think I've ever seen anybody take it to that point. And I don't know if it is the insecurities about, well, this is my woman now. I don't want to talk about the people she was with before. But the reality is everybody has a past, right? Nobody's without a past. So it's like for Dillon to treat it as if, I mean, I don't know who Dillon Danis' girlfriend is. I'm pretty sure she has a past. I don't know why Logan Paul just doesn't go and find pictures of his girlfriend. And
I'm sure he's dated some unsavory characters also.
Like it seems like these guys are now rolling in the mud. So go roll in the mud together. That's just kind of right. Like, right? If he's gonna roll in the mud with you, Logan, go roll in the mud with him. Because I don't know how the perception is of.
Oh my God, we're having too much fun. But you know, this goes into like you were on a college team, you're also a part of a fight camp. There's certain guy, I'm not gonna name names on here, but there's certain guys. There's one guy that we both know. If you gave him shit, he reacted a lot to it, right? So what do you do? What do you do? You obviously give that guy more shit than anyone else. You give him more.
You give it to him more. So Logan's opening the door for Dillon to do more. But you can't if you sue him. You can stop him. The way to stop him is to sue him. So maybe Dillon didn't win the trash talk because now he's handcuffed. He can't say it.
Yeah. And I don't think he's got enough money to pay these bills.
Last thing before I let you go. Last thing. First off, Dillon's not fighting, guys. So we're talking about it. So many people are doing it. I don't think there's any way Dillon Danis walks into a ring with him.
I thought he said he was fighting again now.
If he fights him, it's going to be the worst thing because I think Logan Paul is going to knock him out
it's
really bad.
Yeah.
And if Dillon Danis doesn't fight, and Mike Perry becomes the guy that Logan Paul has to fight, that's worst case scenario for Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Because Mike Perry's out of his mind, and Mike Perry may knock Logan Paul out. So it's like Logan is in a bit of a weird situation here because he hates the guy he's supposed to fight, who he can beat, and who he has sued. But then there's a guy on the back end that he doesn't want to fight because Mike Perry's a psychopath, and Mike Perry's going to be there trying to take your head off, and he might knock him out. So he finds himself in a bit of a weird spot because if Dillon doesn't fight and then Logan pulls out of the fight, could you imagine the perception?
Oh my God, so bad.
It's going to look so bad. Ben, before I let you go, Conor McGregor's in the USADA pool, my guy. All people can now celebrate. McGregor is coming back, and he is now going to be eligible to fight at UFC 300. The biggest milestone will be reached for the UFC in the first quarter of 2024. And now Conor is eligible for that fight card. One, you're a liar, Ben. You said Conor was never getting back in the USADA pool.
Well, he hasn't made the walk yet. And
you won, Ben. You said Conor wasn't getting back in the USADA pool. He wasn't going to fight again.
Okay,
and
fair.
two, for the record, do you believe he is going to headline UFC 300? And if so, is it the right call?
Oh man, that is an interesting. Okay, is it the right call? So I didn't think Conor was going to fight again, which he's in the pool now, so he is going to be eligible right around UFC 300. He has lost 3 of his last 4 fights. I wish I could say Michael Chandler had 1 more fights lately, but I think he's lost either his last 1 or no, he beat Ferguson. So
he beat Tony Ferguson, kicked him in the face.
Tony Ferguson, yep. So he's lost 2 of his last 3. So that it seems weird that would highlight UFC 300, although it is going to be the biggest fight in the card. So if it's second or third down the card and there's 2 title fights, that's going to feel weird also. I have no idea because usually they want a title fight on top.
Would they put McGregor over the title fights? I think so.
It's going to be weird. Yeah. I mean,
I think so. I think so.
Do they create another belt? Is it another BMF situation?
Ooh,
that's what. Yeah,
they need to put you in the matchmaking room. That's what they need to do. Put you in the matchmaking room. You could be head of creative. You know, we got that new company TKO with the WWE and the UFC. You could be head of creative. Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler for the United States Championship. That's it. Yeah. You can just call it the United
States Championship. That's awesome.
In the United States. Hey, Conor McGregor has headlined the top 4 UFC pay-per-views of all time. So UFC 300 is going to sell regardless. Yeah. But if you put McGregor on the top of it, might just be the icing on the cake.
I think if you're one of those champions and McGregor goes above you, I think you don't really care that much because you're gonna make a whole bunch of money.
Here's the thing, right? Conor don't even like sharing cards with champions. I heard that he doesn't like to share with champions because then he's paying all of them, right? So the budget gets really, really high, which is crazy. All right, guys, that was fun, Ben. It's been too long, bro. You gotta stop dodging me. You gotta stop dodging me. You have to. You gotta stop dodging me. I need work. I need work. Guys, I'm Daniel Cormier. That's my boy Ben Askren. Till next time.
See ya.